Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'll be talking you through my breastfeeding journey, what products worked for us, what we found useful, and a few little tips that worked for us. Just a disclaimer, I am in no way a medical expert or a midwife. I'm just speaking from my personal experience as a first time mum breastfeeding my baby. A bit of a backstory for you. So I breastfed my baby until she was about 8 months of age, and I was alternating between breast and bottle from around 2.5 to 3 months old when I had to go back to work. She latched very well, I had a good milk flow, and everything just worked out really well, so I was extremely lucky. Just remember that every baby is different, every woman is different, every nipple is different, so what may not work for one person may work for somebody else, so hopefully you'll find this video interesting. So let's get right to it. For me, the most important thing for breastfeeding is to make sure the baby is properly latched onto your breast. So in order to do so, you just want to make sure you're sitting comfortably and that your baby is also comfortable. You want as much of your breast as possible in the baby's mouth, so it's all in there. When the baby's feeding, you'll see the jaw of the baby just going up and down like. So there's no like weird sucking or weird noises going on, it's literally just that motion. And so, yeah. Another important thing I feel in order to be able to breastfeed is that you actually do want to breastfeed. It's not just someone putting pressure on you to do so, or people are able to produce happy and healthy little humans without having to breastfeed, so there's no need to do so, I would say. I chose to because I wanted to do so, and it worked for us. That was great. I would make sure that you feel 100% relaxed and comfortable. It'll help your milk flow as well. If you're relaxed, then your body will just work wonders for you. The first little gadget I would like to show you guys is this little number. So this is called a nature bond, and it looks really weird, but I promise you it really is good. So it's just basically like a little silicone cup that you will stick on the other boob. So you've got your baby breastfeeding on one breast, and then this will be on the other breast. And basically when your baby's feeding, your milk flow will also come from the other boob, so you'll be producing milk and you may get some leakage as well, because that's just how it works. So this thing will just, if you basically just squeeze it, and it'll lock onto your breast and it'll catch any of the milk flow. And I must say, it sounds maybe a bit excessive, but every little drop counts, especially when you want to do it for a long time. So I was able to catch any of the milk in this little cup, and then I was able to store it in the fridge and then have it in the freezer as well for like later on when I knew I wouldn't be able just to get my breast out whenever. So yes, I would definitely recommend this, so I'll link it down below, but it's basically Nature Bond. Ooh, might not be able to see very well. One item which I would recommend getting is a little boppy pillow, so like this. And this was really useful, especially when she was very little, just to have under the baby, just to help hold her and to position her, because sometimes in the middle of the night when you're very tired and you need to breastfeed, it's just an extra support for you and for your baby. So I would definitely recommend getting one of these. A product I'd recommend getting when you are breastfeeding, or even if you're just thinking about breastfeeding, is just getting some nipple cream. So this is from Lancino, which I got, which I can definitely recommend. It really did help. I was very lucky, I didn't suffer from any damage to my breasts or nipples or whatever, but sometimes I would have super sensitive nipples. I'm sorry, TMI. I would be super sensitive when just after breastfeeding I'd put my top back on or my bra back on, and so this would just put a little like barrier between the tissue and skin. So yes, I would definitely recommend getting this. Another tip which I would definitely recommend doing if you are breastfeeding or intending to breastfeed is making sure you drink plenty of fluids. So I had bottles next to my bed at night. I had some bottles of water next to my breastfeeding chair in her bedroom as well. I just made sure I had water everywhere. And it's good to also keep on track of what you are drinking, because then you're more mindful of what it is, because obviously you're then having to produce enough milk for your little one as well. So yes, you need to make sure you're hydrated as well. When my baby was about 2.5 months old, I actually had to end up going back to work. So I knew I would have to then express my milk while at work, and also the more you express your milk, or the more your baby feeds, the more milk you produce as well. So that's also good to know. And so I was looking for a good suitable breast pump for my personal needs, and the one that I ended up going for was this Modelo Freestyle one. So it comes in a big box like this. I'll link it down below. And that was super, super good. I cannot recommend that one enough. You open up the box and then you get this little black bag in it. There we go, and it's like waterproof and everything, so you're absolutely fine. And then you get a tiny little cooler bag. And basically you can then store your milk in there. So here you've got an ice pack that's included. You have 4 little bottles like this, and then you've got the 2 extra breast pumps, which also have extra bottles on them as well. This is like the little motor thing that comes with it, and basically you can make it more powerful, like suction is more powerful. You can have a timer on it, and no, I found this so useful. It really worked for me. At one point I was using it maybe 4 times a day, because obviously trying to keep up your milk flow when you're not with your baby as well. So yes, absolutely, that was really great product we used. Another item which you'll need as well if you are breastfeeding and returning to work as well while pumping your milk at work are some little sachets for freezing your breast milk. So we went with the Modelo ones. It had some milliliters on the front of the package, so you could see how many mils you had in each packet, and that was very useful as well. In the description I'll write down as well how long you can freeze breast milk, how long you can leave it in the fridge, all that fun stuff, so if you are worrying you'll be able to read down below what you do need to do. Another item which we absolutely loved were swaddle cloths, and we got through about 6 or 7 swaddle cloths a day, and so you can use these as burp cloths, just to mop up anything. The swaddle cloths was super useful as well for covering up my baby while I was breastfeeding in public. She always felt more protected. It sounds silly, but I mean, that's just completely psychological. I want to make sure if I feel relaxed, then everything feels better. So I feel more relaxed when she's covered up. So that's just worked for us. So yeah. A small item which you will definitely need if you are breastfeeding, or even the early days if you're not breastfeeding, you may still need them, are some little breast pads. So I'll link the ones that I use down below. These will be your best friends over the next few months, and you should always put some in your handbag or in the changing bag, just to have some close to hand, because these may need to be changed every few hours, or just depending on how you are personally. So anyway, best of luck with that. Our baby was using mam dummies, and so we then went straight into mam bottles, and she was alternating between the breast and the bottle, and we had no issues whatsoever. So I would recommend, if your baby has a dummy or a pacifier, to use the same branded bottle, because then it might be a smoother ride for you and for your baby as well. We were very lucky, we didn't have any issues whatsoever. Hopefully it'll be the same for you. While I was pregnant, I was taking the Pregnacare tablets, so they were the Pregnacare tablets with omega-3 or whatever else was in them. It was more of a peace of mind just to think, oh yes, my baby's getting all the nutrients that she needs, all the vitamins and everything. And I am quite good with taking pills, so that didn't bother me too much. And then when I was breastfeeding, I then moved on to the Pregnacare breastfeeding range. And I never had any issue with my milk flow, or my baby was the right weight or whatever. I can't say it was solely down to these tablets. It gave me peace of mind, and so I will definitely be using them again when I have my next child. Something else I would recommend you doing when you are breastfeeding is to wear something very loose and comfortable, something that you can unbutton or just slide off your shoulder. It's just so much more practical, and there's less faffing around as well. I think that whatever you choose to do, as long as it works for you and your baby, then that's fine, whether you breastfeed or bottle feed. As long as your baby is gaining weight and is healthy, then that's all that really matters at the end of the day. So hopefully you found this video useful, and I would love to know all of your tips and tricks, what you guys were using when breastfeeding, or if you have any questions that I might be able to answer you, I'd be able to do so in the comments down below. So anyway, I'll see you in my next video, guys. Bye!